Jerry Jones, this was all because of Ezekiel Elliott. That if Ezekiel Elliott had only gotten maybe 1 or 2 games or 0 games, none of the arguments that he had posited about what may still be the case about the National Football League, he would not have done that. Is basically what you're saying.
That's what I'm implying. Let me be clear.
The difference between implying and saying.
Yeah, let me be clear though, Rich, because if you talk to Jerry Jones about it, he will say that that's not the only reason that he had concerns about Roger Goodell's contract. He felt that the whole process, there was not enough transparency. It was led by Arthur Blank, the owner of the Falcons, the compensation committee, and Jones was a sort of unofficial member of that. Remember, he threatened to sue because he didn't like the way it was going, then he got kicked off the committee. He would tell you that he didn't like the process. He felt that the contract was really rigged, that even if metrics continued to go down for the NFL, that Roger Goodell would still get paid. That's what Jerry Jones would tell you if he were sitting here was his biggest concern. But the timing of it, as I explained, is quite coincidental, that after he heard that Ezekiel Elliott was going to get that 6-game suspension, when he was absolutely certain he was off the hook, then Jerry Jones was very vocal about all of these problems and issues he had with the contract process and with Goodell's performance.
So would you call it ironic then that it's entirely possible that by a week from Sunday, the team that could prevent the Cowboys from going to the playoffs because they have a tiebreak against them and potentially a better record is Arthur Blank and the Atlanta Falcons, and he was the head of the compensation committee that Jerry was trying to stop, even though when you said he voted to give the commissioner the contract, they voted to give the compensation committee full carte blanche to do what they felt it needed to do to get the commissioner
They
re-signed.
gave the authority to the compensation committee. That's
so
right.
How's that relationship, best you can tell?
The relationship was very strained. I mean, when the Falcons and the Cowboys played in Atlanta
about a month ago,
you know, Jones and Blank stayed on opposite sides of the field. They didn't talk to each other. You know, it's customary for owners to come and greet each other.
This was a wild scene.
Yeah,
I mean, normally they were all, you know, it is the term for it, and I learned this when I first started with the NFL. It's the membership.
That's right.
They're not the ownership. They call it the membership.
That's right.
Because they're members at a very exclusive club.
It is maybe the most exclusive club in America, and that's right. And they share everything. They share profits. They're all on the same side most of the time. But this was a moment that's rare where Jerry Jones's anger at Blank, you could see it. It was obvious. They saw each other at the meetings just a couple weeks ago in Irving, or last week in Irving, Texas. And Blank said to Jones, "Are we okay?" And Jones said, "We're okay." But there's still a lot.
Nobody thinks
there's a lot of tension there.
Nobody thinks that, right?
Yeah, nobody thinks that.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.